Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin dominance is finally getting a rejection from significant resistance, which is good news for the altcoin market, which I'll talk about later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just giving you a quick update here on the daily Bitcoin chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is still playing out this pause from the larger bullish trend, obviously in a correction stage after running into this significant area of resistance, which is sitting in between 28,000 to 29.5k. And as for support on the daily time frame, we still have this area sitting in between 24.3k to 25.2k. And as for the trend on the daily Bitcoin chart, obviously, nothing has really changed over the last few days. So if you're new to the channel and you want to know more about what's happening here on the daily Bitcoin chart, then check out my last 1 to 2 videos here on the channel. But if you're zooming into the shorter term, this right here is the 4-hour Bitcoin to US dollar chart. And right now, as of recording this video, this short-term bearish divergence is still currently playing out, but it is getting very close to potentially invalidating if we see a confirmed breakout here in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI above this descending line of resistance. And more importantly, if we begin to form new higher highs again in the RSI alongside the price action, that would be an invalidation signal for this bearish divergence, telling us we're about to resume more bullish momentum. But at least as of right now, once again, this is still currently playing out, which means we should not be expecting a significant amount of bullish momentum in the imminent short term until we start to see some of those invalidation signals like a breakout in the RSI starting to form higher highs. And now if you're taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance, this is on the weekly time frame, and right now as I've recorded this video, the Bitcoin dominance is finally getting a rejection from this significant area of resistance, which is sitting in between 47.5% to 48.5%. And once again, what I've been saying on this channel almost every day over the last 1 week or so is that over the last 2 years, pretty much every time where the Bitcoin dominance has reached into this range of resistance, we end up seeing a rejection and a reversal into more of a bearish time for the Bitcoin dominance. And during those times when the Bitcoin dominance is declining, that is bullish for the altcoin market, because when the Bitcoin dominance goes down, that's basically like saying Bitcoin's market share is going down, so the altcoins are gaining on Bitcoin. The altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin during those times in the market when the Bitcoin dominance is dropping. So obviously what we've seen over the last few months is Bitcoin massively outperforming most of the crypto market on average. But now that the Bitcoin dominance is running into heavy resistance and potentially playing out a rejection or a possible reversal from this resistance, like what we've seen time and time again over the last 2 years, this means we could reverse from a Bitcoin season into an altcoin season if we see a further rejection here in the Bitcoin dominance. And if we do end up seeing a further move to the downside in the Bitcoin dominance, then I might start including some other altcoins here on the channel, because what I've done in the past is during these altcoin seasons, I might talk about other altcoins besides just normal Bitcoin and Ethereum updates, because obviously the time to do that is in an altcoin season when the altcoins on average are outperforming Bitcoin. But I haven't done that in at least a few months. I've just stuck with Bitcoin and Ethereum update over the last few months, because obviously the Bitcoin dominance has been in an uptrend, which is certainly not an altcoin season. And already with this slight rejection in the Bitcoin dominance from this resistance, we've seen ETH to Bitcoin pump over the last 1 day and actually break out from this small symmetrical triangle pattern here on the 4-hour time frame. Once again, this is the ETH to Bitcoin chart, so Ethereum valued in Bitcoin, not in US dollars. And so when this chart goes to the upside, that basically means Ethereum is outperforming against Bitcoin. Ethereum is having bigger gains than Bitcoin, and this trend will likely continue if we see a further rejection here in the Bitcoin dominance. If we actually confirm this rejection, first of all, with at least a weekly candle close here in the red, and the next weekly candle close is in just under 5 days from now. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this right here is the daily ETH to US dollar chart, and over the last 1 to 2 days, obviously basically we saw a rejection from this resistance area in between 1770 to 1820, all the way down to this exact area of support sitting in between 1650 to 1.7k. And of course, we saw a perfect bounce at that range of support. And right now, the price of ETH has essentially bounced straight back into this range of resistance. So obviously, it is still important to pay attention to this range of resistance going up towards around 1820. But if we see a confirmed breakout well above 1820 with multiple confirmations, such as at least a daily candle close, ideally a weekly candle close, and flipping this resistance into new support, then if that happens, then the next significant resistance is sitting at around $2,000. And obviously, in terms of the larger trend at play here on the daily time frame, nothing has really changed over the last few days. We are still in this short-term pause from the larger bullish trend, but this larger bullish trend on the daily time frame has not yet been invalidated. And now, if you're zooming into the shorter term, this right here is the 4-hour ETH to US dollar chart. And obviously, over the last one day, we have now confirmed a breakback above this area of support, which was sitting in between around 1710 to 1730. So the moment we saw that 4-hour candle close back above 1730, once again, as I explained in my last video on the channel, at that point, that essentially invalidated this break to the downside and turned that break to the downside into just a fake out. And right now, the price of ETH is back into this choppy sideways price range. So in the short term, Ethereum is looking very neutral, not overly bullish or overly bearish, just in the short term. But believe it or not, even in a choppy sideways price range, you can still make a lot of money in crypto. And if you want to know how to do that, stick around to the end of this video. But first of all, mentioning this area of resistance in the short term that's sitting in between around 1830 to 1850. And like I said just earlier on the channel, this pump to the upside in ETH specifically was highly caused by ETH to Bitcoin pumping, which was caused by Bitcoin dominance running into resistance and getting a rejection once again. But anyway, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the trend is either bullish or bearish, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money in crypto if the price is chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in my next video.